Welcome to Free Thoughts from Freedom Chiropractic and Rehab, your space for health, healing, and insights. I'm Dr. Chip Bleem, and this is episode number 46. If you find these videos to be helpful, please hit that subscribe button and join us for more free thoughts every week. We share simple ideas to help you move better, feel better, and live with more freedom. Thanks for being a part of our community. This week's quote of the week is a funny one. It's also a little too true. I'm not sure who exactly I need to attribute it to, but the quote is, "Looking back at this past year, I've realized something important. At least half of my problems were caused by me, and the other half were caused by me thinking I could just wing it." I love this quote because it captures something we all experience. We all experience those moments where we look back and think, maybe that could have gone a little differently. And that's exactly why reflection is so valuable. Not to beat ourselves up or nitpick every decision we've made, but to take an honest, lighthearted look at what happened this past year. The wins, the missteps, the surprises, and yes, the moments where we were definitely winging it. Reflection gives us clarity. It shows us what worked, what didn't, and what we might need to do differently going forward into the new year. And when we can laugh a little about it, it becomes a whole lot easier to grow from it. So as we wrap up the year, give yourself a minute to look back, not with pressure, but with curiosity, and maybe a little sense of humor. Because every lesson you learned in 2025 becomes fuel for a wiser, calmer, more intentional you in 2026. Okay, let's talk about health. As we get closer to the end of 2025 and begin to look ahead to 2026, I want us to take a moment to talk about something we rush past: reflection. Now, I know December can feel like a whirlwind. We're shopping, we're planning, we're wrapping things up at work, and we're trying to squeeze in a little bit of rest somewhere in the middle of all of that chaos. But with all that going on, it's so easy to jump straight into what's next. Heck, most of us seem to live our lives in that mode. But before we start setting goals or making resolutions for 2026, it's worth taking a little time to look back on the year we've just lived. Not just with judgment, not with pressure, but with curiosity. Reflection is a powerful tool because it helps us connect the dots of the last year. It lets us see the growth we didn't notice in the moment, the challenges that we've overcome, the habits that helped us, and even the ones that didn't. When we take a breath and look back, we give ourselves a chance to learn from the year rather than just rushing past it. And here's the truth. You can't build a healthier, stronger, more intentional 2026 if you don't take a minute to understand that 2025 actually taught you some stuff. So ask yourself, what worked for me this year? What drained me? What energized me? What habits made me feel my best or worst? What relationships and routines helped me to grow? And what do I want to leave behind before stepping into the new year? These are some simple questions, but the answers can guide you in a really meaningful way. Because reflection doesn't just help you see where you've been, it helps you decide where you want to go next. And remember, reflection doesn't have to be a big sit-down event with a journal and a candle and kumbayas, unless that's your thing. It can be as simple as a few quiet minutes in the car, a walk outside in nature, or a conversation with someone that you trust. But take that moment, give yourself that space. We're so quick to celebrate everyone else's progress, but we often forget to acknowledge our own. So as we close out the year, please, for a second, look back. Notice how far you've come and carry those lessons with you into your 2026. You've done more growing than you might think. Now it's time for some good news. This week I want to share a story that's all about kindness, connection, and unexpected friendships. We're going to talk about Wanda Dench and Jamal Hinton, a pair whose unlikely friendship has warmed hearts for over a decade. Back in 2016, Wanda accidentally sent a text message to the wrong number. She sent a Thanksgiving dinner invite to Jamal by mistake. She was trying to send a text to her grandson and hit the wrong numbers. Jamal asked, quote, "Can I still get a plate though?" And Wanda responded, "Of course you can. That's what grandmas do. Feed everyone." What started as a funny mistake turned into something much more beautiful. Every Thanksgiving since then, they share a meal, welcoming each other, staying connected, and showing the world that sometimes the best relationships come from a simple act of kindness. So over the years, they've supported each other through ups and downs, even illness and loss, and in 2025, they celebrated their 10th Thanksgiving together. stronger than ever. In a world that can often feel chaotic, Wanda and Jamal remind us that a little kindness, a meal, a warm welcome, a genuine invitation can lead to something extraordinary. So today, I hope their story inspires you. Reach out, offer kindness, invite someone in. You never know, you might just create a tradition that lasts a lifetime.